Hey guys, Ningen here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and as you can see from the title, today we are running the Android/Cell Saga team without our own copy of the new LR Cell. I did manage to pull one copy of the in Android 16 who has a 120% leader skill for the category. So I decided rather than flex and use my LR Gohan, who does have one dupe now, if you saw my previous Kamehameha team video, I could have brought him and the old LR Gohan or someone else for him to link up with, but I decided I haven't actually used them in a video yet, and I haven't really used them other than outside of training and some easier events. I haven't really used them on a proper event under full leader skills like this, so I decided we are going to run a rotation of the Goku and Gohan and the Super Vegeta and Trunks, just because I haven't really seen what they can do on a full leader skill team. Plus it's not, too OP, because the double LR Gohan rotation would be pretty ridiculously powerful, and obviously on a team like this we're probably not going to see their transformation, considering the other rotation is the double LR Cell. So I did bring my physical LR Cell, who has one dupe, just because he will obviously be the best link partner for the new LR Cell. So let's put 16 in the front here and see how well he can tank, despite the fact we have type disadvantage. And then this category seems to be a little bit wonky for support units, so I brought this Gohan, but he only supports 3 color types, and I've forgotten what they are now. Physical, Tech, and then the other one might be AGL. And then we brought the Armor Goku, who I believe is Int and Tech. So it's kind of here or there. So at least when they're on rotation with the Cell rotation, they are at least buffing one of them. There probably are better support units that either I don't have or have not looked into, but I decided to throw these guys together. Let's see, can we get, if we put you there, yeah, still get that 18 key super. So the one thing I think is very likely, even at this point, is we're probably not going to see LR Cell's transformation. I'm sure you've heard everyone talk about so far already just how difficult it is to get. 2.4 mil on the attack stat though, that's not bad. So we have to drop below 30% HP, which obviously on this team is pretty unlikely, especially just on boss rush. I imagine on Super Battle Road you are probably quite likely to see it. In fact, in theory, you can run a team like this on Super Battle Road. So let's transform both these guys, because you could technically run this 16 lead and then the new LR Cell friend on the Androids category. But obviously, the team is Android and Cell Saga. You would obviously only be able to use Android units. But I think you should be able to. I mean, some of the big players like MVP 17 and 21 are obviously not going to be there, but there's a couple of different cells. I think the LR androids are on there. Not like ideal units, but I think it could be possible. I might have to do that as like a theme team run, as long as we get a decent cell. Shout out to the homie Goresh, because we are using his rainbow LR cell for this particular video. But I mean, there you go. Even as a free-to-play unit, Trunks tanking for double digits with the type advantage. Under 1 million attack stat though, but obviously we don't have a support unit on the rotation. Haven't even really seen much of these guys in play. They should be getting an easy A with part 2. I think that's pretty much all but confirmed. So I have gone ahead and farmed up and awakened second copies up to Super Attack 5. I would recommend that you do that if you if you haven't got much else to do on the game, you need something to do with your boosts or anything like that. I would say definitely farm up the extra copies of them and be ready for when they easy A. So I'm wondering, I reckon they'll probably do what they did with the Broly movie units, and because we know the STR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is getting an easy A, I would imagine that they will use the same medals from his easy A rather than having their own ones, although they could surprise me, but I don't think they are going to drop 3 different easy A's. Maybe at a push they'll do 2 and have one like the Vegeta and Trunks where you just have both of them together. That could be interesting, but yeah, I'm not too sure how they're going to do that. But farm up those copies, get them ready, and these guys will easy A. They're already pretty decent. Obviously, I probably still wouldn't run them just because the pay-to-play options that I have for this particular category are pretty ridiculous. So I probably wouldn't run them. Depending on when we get some more decent leader skill, like if we get a proper, there's no free-to-play like drop card that has the Android Cell Saga leader skill yet, but they would definitely make a very interesting Prime Battle team. Obviously, you can use the Goku. You can use them on their respective family teams, like the Vegeta family and Goku family. And there are, I think they have those leader skills themselves. So I have tried out actually. Over the weekend just gone, I did get some more of my Trunks medals by using a Goku family team because I randomly found someone that had the Goku and Gohan set as their friend leader. So. Now, this could be interesting, actually. So this Gohan, because he has such a lot of defense, we're not really dealing a huge amount of damage to him, and our free-to-play units did take quite a lot of damage. So I wonder if maybe we could actually fall below the HP. Let's give you an 18 key super so you don't heal. And then we'll just avoid a super with 16. The only problem is, even with the type advantage, I think, yeah, the new LR Cell is more than tanky enough to not take a huge amount of damage from type disadvantage here. So he does have awesome super attacks, though. Again, I haven't really used him all that much, considering I didn't pull him myself. So it's pretty cool to see him in-game. Even the old school LR Cell, mine only has one dupe. 2.5 mil for his 18 key super. But yeah, Gohan does have very good damage reduction, so let's see. I wonder if we avoid super attacks this turn. I'm kind of I don't necessarily want to do this though, just in case, because if those are super attacks, although this Gohan does have more defense. Right, let's do this. We won't give them any same type orbs. Considering Gohan's defense, I imagine we won't finish him off this turn. So we're going to take a risk here, see what happens. Maybe we can get below that 30% HP. Then, of course, the issue becomes once a cell actually transforms, you then have to wait 3 turns to be able to use his active skill, which we're clearly not going to get. And yeah, even the Gohan with without the type advantage taking basically no damage, so looks like we're probably not going to be able to do that even when we try. So additional super from Trunks is going to take out Gohan here. These two free-to-play units definitely not bad. I'm quite excited to see how they are when they easy A, because obviously the Jacket, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta that we got with the Broly movie stuff, they were fairly decent before their easy A, but once they easy A, they became very, very good, very strong units. So it'd be very good to see what these exchange units, I guess it's called, because I know the translation was, I think it was Retreat when it was announced, was like the original translation that we thought from the Japanese, and now that it's in the game, it's like exchange. It's kind of a weird mechanic because it is basically just a transformation, but it's interesting because it completely changes the unit's name in reference to other units and their new abilities that they're putting into the game. Like, for example, the Goku and Gohan, if you don't exchange and you stay as the Super Saiyan Goku, then it's my understanding that that will trigger the part of LR Gohan's passive where he needs a Super Saiyan Goku on the team in order to get that little bit of extra attack boost. So it's definitely interesting to think what they could do with some of those things in the future. Like, because obviously we have so many cards of like the same name that are really good. It gives them the opportunity to put in units that start off with a different name and then transform into that card that we have tons of copies. Like, obviously we don't want any more like Super Saiyan Gokus, for example, but we could easily get a base form Goku that then transforms into a Super Saiyan Goku, and it makes your team building options a little bit easier. It'll be very interesting to see what they do with it. So obviously people are a little bit skeptical at the moment because of the way the Gohan passive has worked out. A lot of people are a bit unsure as to how this sort of exchange and specific units being required for passives is going to affect cards in the future. But whilst it can be annoying, especially if it gates things like transformations, I think it is an interesting way to try and control power creep, because obviously we have some ridiculously powerful units in the game. So like LR Gohan, for example, if he had just all of his passive without any restrictions based on who else you brought on your team, he would be insanely broken. So the fact that, like, for example, on most of the teams that I've run him on, like in my Super Battle Road runs and stuff, we didn't even have a Super Saiyan Goku, so we didn't get that extra 59% attack boost, and he was still performing ridiculously well. So they're definitely not needed to make the units actually be good, but this whole thing about like transformations being gated behind certain units being on your team is definitely a bit of a weird one. So anyway, this is probably going to be a slightly longer fight, so I'm going to transform these guys again so we can see the animations and start firing off their attacks, and then I will probably end the video here. I'm very interested, you guys let me know down below, what do you think of the exchange feature? What kind of things are you looking forward to seeing from these kind of cards in the future? I mean, I do like the little transformation animations as well. They are pretty cool. Obviously, Dokkan been getting better and better in recent times with those animations. So, but yeah, let me know what you are interested to see. Maybe even some theories on what you think we could see when it comes to the exchange, and also the whole characters needing certain other characters on the team as part of their passive. There's definitely a lot of things they could do based on the characters' relationships and interactions in the show. Like the 16 thing with Gohan is cool from like a flavor of the show thing, but obviously the fact that they then didn't put a 16 on Gohan's team is pretty dumb. So anyway, let me know what you think down below. I'm going to wrap this up here and move on. So this is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. You can follow me on Twitch or join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.